I had a bit of a bad morning today, so I figured, well, let's try to fix this GameCube controller. That might perk me up a little bit. So, what do we got? Well, I figured because it's been so long, I really should do a recap. First, we have, unfortunately, seriously screwed up. We have nice black, which, cheap knockoff, but it certainly does match. But we do have this. And I think I'm going to try to stick with original as much as possible today. So what I'll be doing instead is using this. And the first problem is taking this apart. Those two screws are now out. Come on. Come on. Just pop. Just pop. No, it doesn't just want to pop. Just a sec. Okay, I'm back. So the trouble I'm having is up here, and I can't see an extra screw, which there shouldn't be, so there it goes. Okay, so I can just slip this out, and seriously wish these were built differently. Let's take a look at this chip, shall we? Is it going to zoom in? Refocus. Come on. There we go. Yes, blurry look is not good. So first I want to take this off. Put it aside. Second, I want to take this off. Put it aside. And remove this. And now disconnect this. Oh wow, this is held in with two screws. Okay. Well, in that case, we need to get rid of them. So I'm going to say that this has sufficiently been disassembled, but I'm going to have a bit of a problem here, I think. So I'm going to put the nunchuck aside, that aside as well, and I'm going to pull apart this controller. And as before, I will repeat myself on this, but I seriously don't like self-tapping screws. They just don't feel 100% genuine. But then again, at least I'm not pulling apart a Mac at this point. Oof. The modern ones, they're really starting to fail with those. And with that, this board should now have the least amount of things on it, which is good, which is what I want. So, was that in view before? Yes, but not so much. Okie dokie. So the first thing I want to do is see whether or not this will actually fit. Oh no. Okay, so the first problem is these two holes here don't match up with these here. These 4 mounting brackets aren't on this one, so I can't use the Wii nunchuck. What a pity. So I should just quickly reassemble this. Well, that's a real bother. I was hoping to use the nunchuck for it. Oh well. Man, I put these things all over the place. There we go, those 2 buttons are back. And make sure these 2 are in place and in the right way. That's better. I'm not too happy about that gunk on there. So what I am going to do, however, for the meantime, is leave this cap off because I want to put it on here if it works out. So for the meantime, I'm not going to fully screw this in, but I am going to lightly tap them in just so they hold. There we go. Okay, so first I need to take reference of what's going on with this thing. Well, that's probably going to fall off before I'm done. So the first thing I need to do is remove this. There we go, now I've got light. I'm probably going to have to resolder this, so yeah, that's going to be fun. My first objective when I get upstairs will be to remove this joystick, and then with the light that I've got up there, find where all the brakes are, so I can see that there's a brake along here, which I'm not too happy about. Anyway, let's get on with trying to fix this. Okay, let's try to get this underway, shall we? So, first things first, let's get this out. Most important thing. That should be okay. So, because the nunchuck thing fell through, I'm going to have to resort to using these. Oh, must make sure the temperature's set correctly. $350. There we go. Ooh. This is probably not going to be as easy as I was expecting it to be. So, first off, taking a closer look at this, the crack goes from all the way down here, and then there's another one that scoots around down here, around the bottom of these, and then across here. So it looks like it's really done a number on this. A lot worse than what I was expecting originally. Oh, shite. Did I take the... Okay, that I'm not happy about, so... Huh. Bizarre. That is just bizarre. So this has come off here, where I'm supposed to solder to. This one's popped off, and yeah. So right now I need to change this, which I need my pliers for that I don't have on. Start with though, I should probably solder this up. on, come on, come on. That's too big. Too big. That'll do. So I think I might drop this down to 300, because if that was hot enough to take the I don't want to have to try to jerry rig this any more than I'm going to have to, so alright. Oh good, we're still zoomed in. A bit bright though, so I'll just move that over there. Okay, so $300. Mental note, anyone else who tries to do this kind of thing, these pads come off at about 350, so yeah. Alright, so that's been desoldered and I'm happy. Not really, but so let's go up. Oh, and I lifted that track too. Oh, oh, that is not good. Alright, so before we go any further, I'll put this aside for now. And we have these two, which surprisingly look identical. Except for the side, the way the mechanism works is different. And on this side, the way the mechanism works. The bottom, however, they do look similar, which is good. But the question is the resistance the same? Because if the resistance is not the same, then we've got a bit of a problem. set ohms. Now, before we do go any further, yeah, I'm just going to do this. So, between these two pins, we have 21.7K. And that's 5K. And we've got 10K there, so what about on this one? $25K there. $10K there. $16K. $5K. $10K. And we're looking at about 30K. So, well, that's not going to work. So there goes that idea. That is really depressing. Truly is. Alright, so I need 30K one of these. Well, in that case, I can't use this anymore, so time to turn it off. Now I'm going to wait for that to calm down. Even more fun. So let's get back to this, shall we? I have definitely lifted those tracks. So all three, this sucks, have been lifted. So don't use 300 degrees Celsius. You have to use below that. Crap. Something else I've screwed up on this. So I've taken this pad off, I've taken this pad off, these two seem to be okay. Now looking at this, we appear to have these tracks shoot all the way up here. Turn that off. Alright, so for now I'm just going to turn all the fans off. So I've lifted the tracks on the analog stick. Great. So I'll repeat this again. 300 degrees, 300C is bad to desolder or to solder this. Okay. Now on this top side, can we see? Yes. So we can see that these cracks go all the way up here. I honestly think this might be just a complete loss. Well, so far. I mean, this does still work. Looks like there's some sort of residue on here still. There we go. How to fix this? How to fix this? Wow, that crack goes all the way up here. So I wonder if this button actually worked at all. I'm thinking someone really went to... Yep, I was afraid of that happening. Alright. Alright. I'm trying to think about how I can salvage this. So... I do have schematics that, well, not schematic, but someone's drawn out where everything goes on these. My best option would be adding some kind of adding a couple of wires in here and rewiring all of this. I definitely have to reconnect all of these. So these four. This circuitry here, what does that go to? Yeah, I don't know where to probe at this point. That's the... Yikes, that is nasty. I can't believe I made things worse. Oh well, it's bound to happen. It's depressing, but... So, currently what am I left with? Well, the controller should still work. Well, at least these buttons up here. I'll have to resolder this, which... Is the polarity listed on here? Nope. Yeah, I've really gone to... Yeah, that's a lifted track. That's not any good. I mean, the only way for me to get this to work now would be if I were to get the locations of each of these buttons and find out which pins they correspond with on this. But you've got capacitors and you've got resistors that have certain important tasks that you want to make sure that... No, that's not the way to put it. yeah. Yeah. I'm wondering what this set here is for. I really am. Oh well. That has been rather disappointing for me. Thank fuck I've finally... I don't know. Partially I'm happy that it's sort of failed, but the only way I can see around this is, like I said, to rewire the these ports. Can I scratch this away at all? I suppose that's something to try to do. Alright, let's try this, shall we? So, here and... Alright, so that's definitely bare copper. This here is just ground, which we don't need to worry about, so... See, really I should be tapping it at these points here, but the crack here just goes right through it all. Alright, well I'm semi-satisfied with that. So... yeah, I'm not going to be able to solder onto that properly. I'd have to get them up here. I can't believe I screwed this one up. So I'll take that off. So the prongs come through here, they go up. Let's just back over. Bugger. Well, I guess my only luck, if this had just been smashed in, would be repurposing this one. I imagine it's got the same resistance. Guess we can find out. Connectivity. Okay, so between these two outer pins we have So that just fell right off. That is not something I was expecting. Wow, that... Well, hello. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Are you kidding me? Holy... Where's another one? So, I don't want to keep these. Alright, so I like the feel of this one. Now, okay, so to remove these, this is the actual potentiometer right here. To remove them, you just push on this black leg. Now, if I'm right, okay, so these are GameCube potentiometers for the analog stick. Now, holy shit. Come on, come on. Okay, so if I was able to fully disassemble this, I couldn't use it on these. The only thing you could do would be to shrink this. Oh man. Ah, so close! So close! So... so close. So that's back and working. Yeah, see, that one's a little too loose. Alright, so I don't know if anyone's figured this out before, but these do kind of just pop off. Man! Okay, so... Oh, I learned something. Yeah, these just simply little push and they pop off. But I hope that comes useful for someone at some point. Because if one of these break, you can just pop them off and replace them. But let's get back to this. $64 million question. $25.6K. $21K. 25. So if we measure between these two, no. Alright. I'm afraid that's going to have to be it. The only thing I could use this for is to recover this chip. Replacement for this. This tactile switch. This motor. That's it. So I am going to put an end to this video now. Hang my head in shame. And anyone watching this, hope you learned something. The analog sticks actually come apart quite easily, but putting them back together seems to be another story entirely. I mean, it's just... yeah, that one's on pretty well. I mean, the other thing is, this is horribly dented in, as you can see up here. So, well, I'm going to call that the video. See ya.